Namaste. We're doing a series on negative energy, psychic attacks, empaths, and how energy is seeping in our auras and creating havoc in our personal life, showing up as different kinds of health problems, life struggles like finances or relationships or career blocks, or a kind of having physical element health problems like headaches or joint issues and stuff like that. Not to confuse with your spiritual ascension. Okay, even when you have spiritual ascension, you do have some kind of aches and pains. That's a different thing that you're absorbing your energetic wisdom to gather more energy, good energies. But here, what happens is you do get different kinds of chronic pains, joint pains, all of a sudden. That means you're totally absorbing people's energies without your knowledge. So we're showing some more details on how, and we have done some couple of videos in this series, and in one we've talked about if you are an empath, how I use myself as an example and how I may absorb these energies. We're talking about different ways how it might appear for you in this video. Like for example, you are a person who is, it can be you're an entry level 18-year-old kid or a 20-year-old kid, or you're at a mid management or a leadership, or you're somebody into help giving provision, service providing provisions, or you're into sales, you're into um, you're a healer, psychologist, counselor, nurse, doctor, lawyer, um, you're into advertisements where you're meeting people, you're a journalist, different roles, or you're totally into business leadership, or you're an entrepreneur, you're into leadership roles like C uh, planes in the CHRO, CXRO, CEO, these kind of CFO, these kind of roles in corporates. So what happens is you end up talking with different people, and slowly, when you're uh, talking to people, you have this inherent, because usually you're a very kind person, compassionate person. We want to fix people's problems. So what we do is we end up talking to them, and and when our aura is not still, what happens is in our inherent need to fix other people's concern or solve people's problem or try to provide help. Without our knowledge, we end up absorbing their karmic burdens. What is they're talking about their personal life problem, the root of that problem in their past lives, even to a level of we are just having this over zeal or enthusiasm to fix the other people's problem. So even at the cost of our own time, our life, our schedules, we spend extra time to go, and so we are doing an empathetic overextension to fix other people's problem. That's a way negative energy enters into our body. So the moment we are spending a extended amount of time to fix others, slowly we are trying to understand that problem. We're trying to help them at a soul level how they can get free from this problem. Slowly we are allowing the negative energy of theirs to seep into our seventh layer. Or when we are talking about patterns, some spiritual overload, karmic imprints also we are allowing sometimes. Then we are talking about maybe they have pains of ancestral karma, or they have some spiritual forces that are manipulating the other person. We take on that also without our knowledge, mind you. Nothing is conscious. You don't have a say in this. The only way is to seal yourself. That's why you have to do your protection of your energetic. You're just thinking taekwondo or any kind of health exercises, if you do, is enough for me to be safe. No, you it is very important for you to seal your energetic systems, equally important like your physical exercise. So your empathetic overextension is happening, your spiritual getting overloaded, and your unwanted soul contracts. You are picking soul contracts means you have an agreement with one person or a group of people. That same thing you are absorbing into your life. You don't have a say with them. But unfortunately, so if you have noticed, you got other person somehow they got cheated, you also get cheated. Somebody's car got scratched, your car gets scratched. Somebody had got some loss, you will also absorb loss in your life. So that's how it why are you suddenly getting lost? So far it's all good, right? And we may take it like, no, maybe my stars are not good, that is no, nothing like that. It's just these sensitive energies are getting because of the overload. Meaning so far it is like threshold, like you seen it. So for a period of time, these things it takes time. I said it doesn't just show up in one day or two. And the other way is also true. Sometimes when you heal yourself, when I heal or when you go to healers, it will take 2, 3 days for your energy to integrate. They say integrate as a word. Why? Because from first layer to seventh layer, we're pushing things out. So 2 days, 3 days, it will take for your energetic systems to get acclimate to push everything that's not yours. Or two, let this healing affect the not just your energetic body, but your chakras and the outward projection of there, which is auras. All of this, without your knowledge, it happens. So we will tell it will take 2 days. Just if you feel yourself giddy next day, people are taking healing from me also. I may be telling you also, right? Like if you next day, if you're feeling a little drained, it's okay, it's all fine. Know that it's good. Just drink some coconut water, pomegranate water, or too much excess, just go on to the garden and walk on a barefoot. I keep telling them because we've, we have this same thing from 7 to 1 we get a seepage, or from 1 to 7 when you're going out. When the energies are leaving us, it can happen in that. Every person is unique. I will not say this is like a standard template that this is how. For some people, it will happen like this. For some people, it just from 1 to 7, it just rushes out. They don't see any change. So next day they'll say, "Ma'am, you told we'll have some kind of concern, but we're totally fine." That means it just went away. For few, the residue go by level by level, and it shows up in their physical makeover the next day. Okay, so what happens is because of this soul contracts and all we are absorbing without our knowledge, we will start having some kind of negative patterns, negative thoughts in our head without understanding why. Suddenly we feel like we are disconnected from our divine, from our godma. We don't like to pray. We don't like to um, engage in any kind of spiritual activities. We feel like our spiritual growth has stunted, or we are not engaging, and we pick up guilt also because of that. Suddenly we'll feel like we have no faith in God. We feel no faith in that. Okay, what is the point in praying? Nothing is changing, nothing is moving. So let me not do it. Let me like will be become so irregular with prayers. We'll be so irregular with we'll be able to do for even before that we'll do it for a week. Then after that, it's like I hardly am able to manage myself. And then we think it's because of busy schedules or meetings or whatever, but it's a classic sign of energy imprint. So if you are not doing, if you are a person who believe in God and you start doubting about God, or if you start doubting about being regular to prayers, that means that's your first sign that yes, I am. I think it is so. So what you need to do, you need to help yourself. Say that, okay, I'm not gonna take when you're talking with people, please tell to yourself, no matter whatever I'm talking, I'm not gonna take other people's karma. It's not mine. I'm not gonna take anything which is not mine. I'm not gonna entertain any energies that's not mine, any soul contracts that's not mine, any kind of imprints that's not mine, any kind of ancestral curses or any other imprints that's not mine, anything about any kind of emotional entanglements that's not mine, I'm not taking. So you need to be really telling yourself it's all free will. Okay, it acts so sweetly that you need to declare it to the God and world and your energetic body that please push things away which is not mine, and it will do it for you. You will see the change. It's just that you need to tell that outly with a lot of intention. And when you're praying to your goddess and goddess, just ask them, please cut on a day-to-day basis, like in hygiene, cut all those emotional cords, cut all those soul contracts. Just tell Ma or tell God that please, I'm praying. Cut all the unwanted negative energy, soul contracts from karmic imprints or any kind of emotional overload I have taken without my knowledge. Please cut, push everything from my spaces. The next is your sixth layer. So your God himself. See, again, I'm telling you, these energies can move from 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, or suddenly it can come in sixth layer directly attack and because we never know. And if you can imagine like a banyan tree roots or any kind of roots, okay, the tree of life roots. You don't have a say where in which place the other branch will take off another shoot and just grow beautifully, right? But as a whole, it looks beautiful. So you as a person is as a whole beautiful, but we don't know which layers get spread overly to what extent, to what level in other people's energies to help to determine in the beginning only that okay, this is what you're gonna take and this is what you're gonna not take. We have no say in it. That is the reason I keep telling please protect yourself. So what happens in the sixth layer? Already you had absorbed certain things, and then now sixth layer, either by itself absorbing some people's energies, or by seventh layers negatives seeping into sixth layer, you will have a kind of sensitivity to people's sadness, anxieties in the world, what's happening in the world, what's kind of, and you'll be sensitive to people who are jealous, evil eye, and people who are spending if you are spending time with negative people, their negativity enters. If they're people you're spending time with people who are having very jealous about you, their evil, that jealous nudger will get into you. If people are looking you with evil eyes, like something bad should happen to you, or waiting for your doom, that energy absorbs. Or you might look like, okay, divine is not helping me grow, divine is not helping me respond to my prayers. So first is in the seventh layer, you feel like disconnection. Here you feel determined that, yeah, God is not listening to my prayers, God is not responding to my anymore my prayers, or I'm feeling very distant from my God. So the moment you feel this, you know that, okay, I'm having this kind of unexplainable emotional drain. I'm collecting emotions of others, and looks like I'm, we know, right? Mostly I'm a tuberic person, I'm a calm person, and suddenly, unexplainably, I become sad. Unexplainably, I become anxious, and I become more fearful, more uh, something like I start becoming more negative. Then it's a sign that, yes, somebody in my circle, I'm taking on their negativity. So please shield. So when you're doing your Devi Kavacham, Narsimha Kavacham, Durga Kavacham, Hanumat Kavacham, Ruద్ర Kavacham, or spiritual, if you are not into faith of Hinduism, just seal yourself with a golden light or a white light. So that will help you to push everybody's negativity from your spaces, from the sixth layer. Okay? Just from the seven layers, right? The first layer you've done. The sixth layer is your um, celestial body, right? So the celestial layer, you're just pushing things. Then the fifth layer. Then the fifth layer is next layer. Either it can seep, or directly an attack can happen there. Attack is like you're absorbing. It is not other people's intention, or intentional and unintentional. You're not going to again get that. There are other videos I've done there. Let's check out that. But at this point, negativity can enter by your absorption involuntarily, or other people can also put it intentionally, both ways. So what happens is you're absorbing what is that karma that should not be yours. You're absorbing that's theirs because you're hearing to their stories. Say you're hearing the story of abuse, you're absorbing that into your karmic layer, and you're putting that as an imprint. So in this lifetime or in some other lifetime, you'll be having these feelings of abuse in your life, or you're picking up some things which are fear-based belief systems, that people are doomed, people are this, it'll happen, that'll happen. So you'll be worrying about your life, your children's life, or your work, or your future, or you'll be wallowing on other people's why did they do this, kind of self-sympathy, or you'll be totally feeling like my negative grahas are doing, there are a lot of afflictions that are happening because of my grahas, so there are a lot of doshas. You end up thinking in that mode, and you end up thinking like, I have to visit to this place, that place to do this. But it's not the pain that you're seeing, or your sudden change in your belief systems is not, or sudden fear that, oh, I have to, this maybe this sarpadosha is happening, this is happening, that is that, I have to change this, I have to go consult this astrologer, that person, this person. All that that reason that something is doomed and I have to go do some quick fix reactions are all because of your etheric template getting into absorbing other people's karmic burdens, which is showing us burdens in your life, which you think that, okay, I'm feeling sudden blockages, sudden, I'm feeling sudden kind of struggles, be it health, be it marriage, be it love, be it between spouse, between couples, between children. So all of a sudden, you suddenly see these shifts, okay? Suddenly it's fine, but suddenly I'm these days, use these words like these days, these days, these days. That means, again, you are under the uh, energy imbalance places that happened without your knowledge. You're absorbing other people's negative energies, or other people have seen you with nurture or jealousy or some kind of evil eye. Or somebody intentionally planted things, whatever it is. But you see blocks in money, blocks in relation, blocks in love, blocks in health, breakdowns in career, success, power, growth, some kind of cycles repeating. How much ever you want to break free, it's not possible. You're repeating ongoingly. And suddenly you feel like this life has become very obstacles, a lot of obstacles happening, a lot of obstacles. So, what you can do is you can still, I will say only one solution, which is strong and only the solution, feel yourself. But at that point, now that you know, okay, suddenly I'm seeing these kind of blocks. Whenever I wanted to playing, I'm putting a diya in front of God. Please do pray to your ancestors, pray to your gods, to just let that light of divine that I land in front of God be a beckoner, a light which shows directions, and just illuminate my clarity that I've been. Give me that knowledge, wisdom, Amma, that I can realize, I can understand that uh, I'm being subjected to this unwanted energy interplay. That's the reason I'm going through this. So please, if I know that this is a route, it's easy for me to cleanse and clear. Because I don't know, I'll just put everything under either I don't know what's happening, but my health is gone for a toss, and dealing with that, going through multiple doctors, unexplainable health reason problems, and you'll be like thinking why, or you'll go into the other plane that I have to do these pujas, this doshas, this and this shapas and this pitru releases. I'll go here, I'll go there. So you'll be in this both extremes, but you will never imagine that it could be maybe my energies that are at play that is leading into all of this. And then you also look at all these videos and they really scare you to the key, and you start believing that yes, I might be gone into black magic, I am subjected to some doshas, I have naga doshas, I have sarpa doshas, I have this god have cursed me, this person has cursed me, that person has done something to me. So all these thoughts keep repeating in my head non-stop. And then when you are in the fourth layer, okay, we are or you meet people, and then your aura is connecting with the other people's fourth layer, where there are a lot of relationship problems. Okay, so at one layer you're looking at finances and stuff like that. This layer you're talking about emotional connections between you and people. So a lot of friends, family, romantic relations, clients. Suddenly, all people you're picking fights. You're when you're talking with them, you have these chords. You just talk to them out of concern, out of work reasons and stuff. You unnecessarily absorb their energies, and there's like a connections with each person, like one to many. And any kind of jealousy, any kind of negativity they have for us, any kind of resentment they have for us, all of that we are absorbing. And whenever we are on top of it, when you're going to any kind of crowded place, like you're going to um, like a marriage or some social gathering, temple during especially busy days, like in few days Shivratri is coming, so people all go. So well, hospitals, very important. Anywhere where like large crowds are there, so many places your aura just goes off, absorbs all their relation problems and all that different kinds of energies that are there, which is which is relating with the relationship, and you start feeling emotionally totally drained, totally unstable after meeting people. You feel like I am struggling to let go of this toxicity in these relations, or I keep reminding myself about the past pain again and again and again and again. And I'm unnecessarily getting all the energy vampires into my life. Okay, I'm absorbing all the people who are just draining my energy left, right, center from me, but I'm not in a happy place. I'm always drained, 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 drained. So whenever you see this kind of thought where suddenly you are feeling drained, suddenly you are feeling your relations have stopped working, suddenly there is a shift in relations, especially please know that maybe you gotten into astral body attack where you're, there are a lot of people who is manipulating your energy spaces, because of which you are going through this emotional pain when it comes to relationship with people, spouse, children, in-laws, mother, parents, sisters, siblings, whatever, and also business partners, clients, and stuff like that. So do always very highly recommend whenever you talk to people, just cut the cords. Okay, Just energetically cut the cords, protect yourself from that connection that you have built. What is the connection? The moment you are able to understand and have a very mutually connected talk, conversation with people, not at surface level, but at a little deeper level, that means there's a cord that's there. And how many other people you speak, how many, without your knowledge, you speak to some people. Without your knowledge, you don't speak to anybody. But sometimes your aura is so expressive, so thing that it just goes into other people's energy. Even if they say hi, that's all. You just go on. If you just talk for 10 minutes, it'll absorb of all the pain in their life. So that way, you will start feeling a lot of things that's happening at your head, especially relationship breakdowns and stuff like that. Then, as I said, all of this can happen from sleep 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, or it can just directly attack at 4. Okay. So, at what layer it happens, there you need to, if you have the clarity, you can understand, oh, this thing happened. Maybe I'm subjected to this. Perhaps I should give it back to this person, or I have to cut the cords, or I have to shield myself, or I have to ask Goddess to just let this karmic imprints get drained. All this, I think this is because of evil eye. Maybe I will use some evil eye protection things. I get to know that here. Okay. So the third layer is about your mental plane, which is your thoughts, beliefs, and subconscious patterns. So when you're talking to people, say in the same plane, talking about relation system. So what will happen is in that relations will absorb their fears, their thought patterns, their beliefs, and you start internalizing that it's my belief. So your conditioning is one. You think in one way, but now suddenly their thoughts start interfering, and you believe this is you. So as number of people talk, you feel a new you, which is not yours. But you will behave, talk, think in that manner, which is mostly draining you. You'll have overthinking, you'll have brain fog, you'll have indecision, you'll be doubting your abilities, you'll be feeling, am I worthy? And or you will feel like, am I really spiritually ascending? A lot of negative thinking in loops, 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 loops. It was not there earlier, but from the time this happened, some past couple of weeks, suddenly you start going into this overthinking mode. That means your emotional layer has got energy attack. You need to protect your energetic body. How can you do? You tell to yourself, I'm only allowing only divine guidance to enter into my mind and thoughts and patterns. I'm not going to do. So ask Amma to, when you're doing your Mula Mantra recitation or you're doing any kind of prayers, ask Goddess Ma or God to just cleanse your mental distortions, all your thought patterns, your behavioral patterns, whatever beliefs that's getting built because of that other people's beliefs, just push, push, push. Ask Ma to cleanse it. Now, second is your emotional body. So you come to second here. Here is all about your unprocessed emotions, okay, trauma. So you go and talk to the other person, they talk about some story. So in that story, there will be karmic imprints, there will be beliefs patterns, there will be some unprocessed, unworked upon emotions. So now you're absorbing that also. So what happens? Their sadness, their anger, their stress, without your knowledge, you absorb it. And you start feeling emotionally manipulated. You start guilt tripping for others. You start feeling, remember all that, when people have some unresolved uh, childhood traumas, or they have some wounds from their past life, and they share that with you, you start absorbing all of that. So you have an unexplainable mood swings, you have some kind of feelings of depression, anxiety, you feel like totally exhausted after having this conversation. You suddenly feel loss of enthusiasm in your life, as if something bad has happened to you. Again, attacked. So just once again, cut, cut, cut. Shield yourself. Go for saltwater bath. Put salt water on your body. Go for samudra ocean baths. Dip yourself in the ocean with salt water, or just do your pranayama to release these stuck emotions and energies. And the last is your physical body. This is your etheric body, which is one layer above, next to our physical body. And because of all this, you start feeling chronic stress. Okay, when people talk about stress, or I feel stress because of this cognitive overload that has happened because of my aura, slowly all of this impacts my aura and starts weakening it. So I have a lot of attachment and curses that are settling in my body because I'm just very close to my physical body. And I feel like my immunity system is also getting down. Slowly, slowly, signs of um, my physical body is getting affected. That signs I can make out. Till then, I just have confusions, doubts, lack of clarity, suddenly remembering childhood traumas, or suddenly observing or seeing a pattern, or repeatedly some kind of problems I'm seeing. You know, suddenly some or the other bad is happening. Only like this I'll observe, but not at a physical level where my body I can make out. But from here onwards, what happens is slowly that stress starts seeping, aura gets weakened, and I'm seeing that immunity getting lower. I'm feeling a lot of toxicity developed in my physical spaces. There's a lot of negativity around me. I feel crowded. I feel like I have unexplained illness. Everything is fine, but I feel like I'm ill, I'm fatigued. No medical reason, no medically explainable reasons. I have knee pains, I have migraines, I have joint stiffness in my body. I have a lot of stored energy that's not processed. I feel totally drained and weak. So what I have to do? I know now that when the moment I start getting these migraines, knee aches, joint stiffness, and some kind of unexplainable illness, fatigue, immunity down, so colds and coughs, and then I'm feeling weak, I'm not feeling good, happy, and I need to first stop talking to everybody till my energy restored, till I bounce back from an energetic systems. I avoid spending excessive time with people around me. And I every day go do grounding practice, which is connecting my energetically imagining that I'm connecting roots from my bottom of my feet and base of my spine to grow all the way down into the ground and wrap itself to a fair way to ground myself and reset all, ask sun energy, just go into the sun and sit there for 15-20 minutes, and as the sun energy is pouring inside you, allow this whole negative energies that are there around me, around the 7 layers, be it right from karmic attachments to imprints to their karmic pains, burdens, to struggles, be it finance, health, whatever, to relationship concerns, to beliefs, to other people's thought patterns, to their emotions, and along with it, feelings of illness, feelings of fatigue, feelings of aches and pains, joint stiffness, all of this. We are just imagining to push, 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 if at all is there. If it's not there, you just seal yourself. Every day you're sealing it and saying, no negative energy is entering into me without that, if I don't give permission. And I'm very conscious. The moment I see there is some confusion, there is some instability, some toxicity, some negativity, some kind of things that are not me, I know I am subjected to kind of psychic attack. So I'm gonna give it back to people whom it belongs to be recycled for the highest good. Or I'm putting it into the like a flush, I'm flushing from the roots and flushing it into the earth to be recycled by Mother Earth. So that's how we. So what is more important for empaths is whenever you're in groups, in crowds, in if you're talking with people, since your aura is totally expansive and in social situations, it really makes you vulnerable to attacks. So please allow yourself to be conscious to not absorb any kind of energies that is not yours. So please consciously control, like wrap your aura around very tightly, like very close to you, seal it and put a tight lid around you, like a, in this Amar Akbar Anthony, we have a place where Amitabh Bachchan comes out of that egg, right, in the movie. It's there in Telugu also, in different languages. Like that, our aura is in the oval shape. So you're sitting inside and you cover yourself with divine energy from your body. We have a meditation recorded in the same series. Just observe that. Or else, for the sake of knowledge, just observe you're feeling yourself in the body and the 7 layers around you in the shape of oval and protecting a firewall around like a golden egg. Okay, so that nobody can enter into it without your permission. Then ask gods, your gods that you trust. Since I am a Devi Upasak, I talk about Ma Varagi, Ma Chandi, Ma Baglamukhi, Ma Dumavati, Ma Tangi. So, or Ma Tripurasundari. You, whomever gods you are bestowing, just ask them to protect from these energetic attacks. Read their kavachams without fail. And so just You can also sit near walls, just sit near walls or corners, so that in large gatherings you will be reducing the exposure to everybody being the center of attention. So only some portions are getting absorbed. So in that way, some things you may keep doing so that you can at least minimize your exposure. But please note, if once the auras reach your physical body, it will definitely manifest as chronic diseases, autoimmune disorders, or persistent body aches and pains that medical treatments also sometimes struggle to resolve. So the moment you are under this, definitely it is more a psychic attack. And don't have to run here, there, even if you know that this is what your condition, you have these conditions. Just with faith, don't spend lakhs to go to people who you think can solve your problems and waste your money, hard earned. Okay. So just you are powerful, I'm telling again and again. You can do it for yourself. You just have to believe that you can heal yourself. So allow yourself to push things, put a cycle around you, a psych guard around you. And slowly, slowly, as you're everyday reciting Kavacham, if you require to read 2 times, 3 times. In every Kavacham, it is written that you need to read it 3 times a day. So just go read it. No matter how hard these energies will stop you from being regular, don't take it. Just do it any time. Just do it. Okay, don't go by the norms. Okay, we have to pray only in the morning. If I'm not able to pray, I'm gonna leave it. Do it anytime. So once you do that, slowly, slowly your energy systems will be, you claim your sovereignty back. And as your sovereignty gets back, your total confidence, your total abilities will be bouncing back. You start feeling better, good, happier, chippier. Your yourness will come back. And henceforth, as you keep going on this practice, you can observe whenever you feel something which is not you, know that you need to cleanse your aura. And only um, and only allow you to be you. Your sovereign self should be you, but never, and nothing else will be in your aura. Like that, you need to make it a habit. Then you'll be more healthier, you'll be more grounded, more powerful, and do your things the best way you can with little effort, and you can enjoy life to the fullest. All right. Thank you so much for watching this video. And if you feel this content is useful, please like, subscribe, and share it with people whom you think can help keep their fears to rest and put them into the path to help themselves lead a happy life. And thanks so much for watching. And Sarvam Silverdam Namaste.